Soul fam, what's up? What it do? Thank you so much for stumbling across this video. I am Kat Nicoletta Monroe, for those of you who may not know, and this is Readings by K&M Witchery. I am shuffling in a wonderful reading for y'all about a person in your life. It could be anyone, romantic, platonic, past, present, future. We're going to first figure out who this person is to you by a quick vibe check, and that is what I'm currently shuffling in for y'all today, for you to use your discernment and learn whether or not this particular pile, whichever pile it is that you choose, is for you. So we're going to then dive into this person's thoughts about you. We'll expose their deep, dark secrets about this connection, how it is that they feel about you, what they think when you come across their mind. And we're then going to dive into their actions, if any at all, about what it is that they think, because we could think all the good things, and then if we're not doing something about it, I mean, what good does that ever give us? I don't know. We'll find out though. So before you, as you can see, we have 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Trust your intuition and know that behind this pile lie the answers that you are seeking today. So whether you're hearing a number repeated in your head, you can't take your eyes off of a pile, or you just know that in your gut, this is the pile that you got to choose. Select what is right for you, scroll down below, click on your timestamps, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Peace. Hello, what's up? What it do? Pile number 1, excuse the new setup and some lighting issues. I am currently traveling, but the show must go on. I'm so excited to have y'all here. Thank you so much for investing your time in this pick a card. I do hope you get everything that you need. As per the introduction, these cards here are going to help you identify who this person is, okay? So it can be the person that you are curious about right now, but it could be literally anybody, okay? It could be someone you're dating, a friend, a spouse, someone you're no longer in communication with. We're going to find out. So trust your discernment, soul fam, and only ever take what resonates, remembering that this is, of course, a YouTube reading. If it resonates with you at any point, holla, let me know in the comments down below. I love hearing from y'all, and of course, learning about what resonated, okay? So anyways, without further ado, let's dive on in. First, we have the Justice card. We have the 8 of Wands, the King of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Knight of Coins. All right, this person can have strong Libra in their chart. I'm hearing Libra rising, okay? Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Could be an earth sign, or have an earth moon, or a air moon sign. So that means Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? I'm hearing ultimatum. So this could be someone that I just heard cut off. Okay, maybe perhaps you walked away from this individual, pile 1. You gave them an ultimatum and things were gone real quick. But the thing is though, is I'm sensing like this desire and urge to communicate with you, but they're kind of afraid to do that. With the 8 of Swords here, it's almost like, honestly, the thought of you keeps them up at night. Pile 1, and they could very well be drowning in work just to drown out the thoughts of you, essentially. I am sensing someone
Perhaps maybe they're watching readings about you. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, because for a lot of y'all tuning in, this person isn't necessarily very spiritual or like into things like the occult or divination or tarot and things like that. But they could be inquiring about you in one form or fashion. So perhaps maybe reaching out to other people. But on the outside, they're keeping themselves stoic. They're keeping busy, right? They're definitely watching you. I'm curious about this 8 of Wands energy. So we're definitely going to dive into their overall thoughts and what it is that they would say to you if they only could. Because honestly, either this is someone that you are in no contact with or low contact with, or this could just be someone that is like honestly hiding some sort of like truth from you. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but like it seems like there's definitely a lot of hiding. There's a lot of resistance to coming forward and communicating. I honestly, intuitively, I just want to put like this King of Swords energy in reverse, you know, where, I mean, on one hand, it could be kind of spiteful energy coming through too, where like sometimes you just say whatever it is that you got to say just to get the person to like go away. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it can actually be kind of harsh like that, but it's the lack of confidence, I want to say, to come towards you and communicate. And something about that, like with the 8 of Wands energy, this could be something that was real quick, okay? Real quick to be cut off, real quick to be concluded. And yet, it could be quick to come on in too, right? Like the 8 of Wands energy, I'm literally seeing like I am bubbles, you know? So this could be through text or through some sort of DMs or something. But I really don't think that this is someone who is going to communicate whatever it is that they got to say to you over the phone, as in like, you know, like voicing out whatever it is that they got to say, or through FaceTime, or even like to your face in real time. There could be some distance between y'all here as well. But like, honestly, it seems that with justice here, there was some sort of karma that had to play out, right? And what is karma? It's a lesson that will repeat itself over and over again until you meet it with changed behavior. And if you don't meet it with changed behavior, that's usually when we quote unquote pay the price, right? Like that's where we really kind of regret our decisions, not listening to the advice or our gut telling us that we should do something different, right? But if we do step forward with that changed behavior, then we're usually rewarded, right? So I don't know if maybe there's something about this Knight of Coins right now that's standing out to me. Maybe there's something that they've been working on, or maybe the loss of you or some sort of silence, or you taking a step back or something and like letting them marinate in their own thoughts or something. I don't know. Pile 1, let me know what you do to this person or what they do to you. I don't know, but they're really thinking about it, you know, like they want to make it right, but it's definitely something that's keeping them up at night, and you intimidate them. Pile 1, I'm gonna give it to y'all straight. You are intimidating to this individual. So without further ado, let's zoom back out. We're gonna move these cards on up here and shuffle in. What does this person want to tell Pile 1? You inspire me so much to create new projects and manifest all my desires to be able to provide for you financially. Okay. So for some of y'all, because I did hear spouse, okay, so this could be someone, especially because the Page of Pentacles came out here too. We got the Temperance. I'll read that in a hot minute. But it could be perhaps maybe whatever push come to shove, it had something to do about stability and about like finances or something here, right? I am now able to maintain a calm reaction under stressful, y'all can read that anyways, stressful events. Each day I feel closer to you and ready to start a healthy relationship. So the good news is, so far, what we're picking up here, sorry, I think maybe I'm just gonna like zoom in a little bit more, just trying to figure figure out. My bad for the lighting and stuff, guys, but it is what it is, okay? This potential blockage of communication actually got this person in their feels, and it needed to happen, right? Like when the Temperance card comes out, this is my sign as an intuitive reader that like it was guided to happen, right? So perhaps maybe whatever karma was due has been paid, right? And now they kind of want to like reapproach you as a new person, if you will. We have the 9 of Cups that also came out. So I feel grateful for everything in my life, especially you. I want to enjoy more happy times together and make love all night. All right. So anyone whom this is, of course, a romantic connection with, they're craving that closeness to you. They're craving that intimacy, okay? Into me, I see. They want to show you a part of them that they denied themselves, I want to say, like showing you before, okay? So far, this is looking really good up until this moment right here where we bring in a shadow card, the 5 of Swords, saying, I wish I can take back all the words I said to you. I get very angry when someone doesn't agree with me and I act impulsively. All right, so something that you must have said, okay? Because this Justice card, honestly, I think you're the one that like pounded that gavel, if that's what it's called, right? Like the judge kind of thingy, right? Like you are like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. If this doesn't change, I gotta go, you know? It seems as though Pile 1, whomever this is to you, you placed a lot of trust into them and they fell short. And it seems that like sometimes, right, people tend to misconstrue. Okay, sometimes we are required to have very difficult conversations with people, right? Maybe they steered us the wrong way. Maybe there needs to be some sort of improvement or a boundary set or something along those lines, you know? And when you truly love and care for someone, you're more willing to have those tough conversations. But not everyone is very willing to have those conversations. So this could be someone with quite an avoidant style of attachment, you know, where they don't want to hear it. They'd rather pretend like all things are groovy, baby, and like, let's just focus on like what is working out. Like, why do we always have to focus on like the negatives? Like, what do you mean? Everything's okay. And you're sitting here going like, all right, but like, you're just going to negate how I'm feeling, like what I'm telling you and what I'm requesting of this connection, this friendship, this relationship, this whatever it may be. Very rarely would I say that Pile 1, this has anything to do with like a professional connection, but it can. It could have a lot to do with finances though. So maybe you gave someone money and you had the conversation of saying like, hey, like maybe you ought to think about your finances more, like your approach to financial management or something. I don't know. I'm really sensing something along those lines, but you know, that doesn't have to resonate with absolutely every single one of you. The point is though, is whatever it is that you laid out on a platter for this person, they didn't take it lightly and they probably acted defensively. Maybe they were the ones that even walked away. They're like, okay, well, you know what? I guess I'm just not good enough for you. And I walked away. Ugh, I hate that. I've had that happen too many times. It's like, I guess I'm just not good enough for you. All right, well, one thing as someone who has experienced that from people is to listen to them. If they honestly truly believe that they're not quote unquote good enough for you, despite what your thoughts about that are, pay attention and listen to them, okay? Because they're already self-sabotaging. They're making excuses for themselves, so they're beating themselves up as opposed to maybe picking themselves back up and taking these conversations to heart and understanding that you're only approaching them because you care for them, because you love them, you know? And it seems as though, I will reiterate this, in any sort of distance between y'all, okay, any sort of lack of communication, it really got this person thinking, right? especially if you, pile one, started acting as if, meaning you act out of pure intentions and took the advice that you gave, you know, and it definitely inspired somebody to want to rebuild this relationship with you. And the relationship, again, could be platonic. I think a lot of y'all are actually in the platonicness of this connection. But nevertheless, let me know down below if, of course, you feel open to it. I genuinely believe, and we're going to pull a few more here, okay? But I genuinely believe that no matter what it is that this person said to you, and again, could have been spiteful, right? With that King of Swords energy that came out earlier. I really don't think that they like genuinely meant it in that regard. I think that you just triggered some sort of defense from them. Maybe they never really had experienced someone give negative feedback with love and care, you know, maybe the negative feedback that they received growing up was always, you know, one that kind of deteriorated the confidence within themselves, right? And maybe that kind of initiated some sort of like a backlash on that, right? Where it's again, where it's like, well, I'm just not good enough. I don't know why that phrase just keeps coming up, but it is what it is. Let's see what else we got here. What does pile one's person want to tell pile one, please? You got a jumper. All right. Boom. Oh, the star, it came out in reverse though, so I'm very interested in that. But you brought my faith back into my life, and now I'm trusting the higher power. Despite my past, I allow myself to feel loved and protected. I am absolutely loving this message here, and I am still going to take this in reverse, okay? Because this could very well be the kind of struggle that they're having with this, right? So it kind of confirms what it is that I was channeling through before these cards came out. I'll read this in a hot second, where the star, it seemed as though it was very fleeting, right? So like they sometimes grasp this understanding and acceptance of love and sincerity, and yet they're having a really hard time accepting it nonetheless, right? I'm starting to appreciate how fair you have been all this time and not accepting my bad behavior despite your warm nature. I mean, talk about confirmation after confirmation here. I am hearing one more, so let's pull one more. We're gonna hear a flip out. I'm hearing flip out rather. No? Okay, that's fine. Oh, we got two cards here. All right, so let me shove this over. Maybe zoom out a little bit more again. We have, these cards came out in reverse too, but upright? Yes. All right, cool. I'm very grateful for everything that you gave me, and I want to give back 10 times more. The scales will be balanced very soon. I started new routines to make sure I achieve all of my goals, to be a loyal, responsible someone you can depend on. Sorry, I don't necessarily mean to laugh at people's errors in spelling, but it's kind of funny when you publish a card, no? Or a deck, rather. I should probably edit here, friends. Nevertheless, great deck. Honestly, with there only being one shadow card, and maybe two if we count the star card in reverse, as mentioned, beautifully confirmed all of the channelings. This person wants to make it right to you, but they don't know how. They don't know how just yet, and I think that they're honestly really, really working on it. Let's confirm that right now by pulling the After Tarot and get some of their actions, okay? What do they plan on doing? We have the Ace of Pentacles that came out. We have the Four of Cups. What else we got? This card. No, it was this card that really wanted to make itself. No, we have the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. I'm hearing keep going, no problem. What actions is this person taking? about these thoughts. I immediately got pulled to this card again. We have the 10 of coins. Damn, son. Something popped out. Don't know what it is just yet. I'm hearing one more. Boom. Ay. All right. So they're really fighting their demons, okay? I want to say that although they're being kept up at night, whatever it is that's coming up, it seems like they're combating it now, right? Like they have the courage to really truly show up bravely, authentically, courageously, as you have potentially always seen them be able to be, you know? Now, what it is that they're doing, I mean, so far from what it is that we have seen, whatever that flipped card is, we'll see in a hot second. They definitely want to give and make you an offer, okay? Could be financials. So if this is something about finances and they owe you something, they definitely want to give it through, even though honestly, I'm sensing that a lot of y'all were just like, you know what, just forget it. Not even worth it anymore. Keep it. I don't care. Like, let's just move on, right? And yet they still want to give you that. They want to, there's like this like gesture of sorts, right? Like they want to show that they're willing and capable to give you the stability that you have been requesting. And they want to do so emotionally as well, right? Not just on the physical side of things with this 10 of coins, even though I really do sense that that's absolutely what it is that they're working on, right? Like they're quote unquote fighting their demons, fighting all of the monsters, really working through a lot of their emotions as well. Perhaps maybe there was a lot of discomfort in that for a really, really long time. And now they're ready to combat it, right? Like they're staying up at night. They could have quit drinking. Okay, I'm really sensing that here with this 4 of Cups energy. So perhaps maybe they, oh, my nose just itched on that. So any sort of bad habits and bad behaviors that they potentially maybe had and that left them stuck, stagnant, self-sabotaging and all of that, they're giving it up. Oof. And they're still working on that value, okay? Like, when the 5 of Pentacles comes out, this is my lack of self-esteem and lack of value card and energy here, okay? So this person, are they fully healed? No. Are they really trying? Honestly, I want to say yes. It's just there's a lot that's working or going on behind the scenes that they are working on that you just cannot see, but they want to come to you complete. They want to give you the full offerings from the Ace right down to the 10, okay? And they no longer really want to squander. I just heard I miss you. My nose itched on that as well. For those of you all who are new and you're like, why do you keep telling me about your nose itching? My accuracy tends to go up, or so is my little sign, I guess, with my spirit guides. When I'm unsure if something is resonating and my nose itches, it means at least one person resonated with that specific statement, okay? So pile 1, there's a lot that you have, I want to say, accurately judged about this particular person. And there's so much that you don't see. Like, you may honestly feel, and of course, correct me if I'm wrong, pile 1, that you might be like the bad guy, and you might think that like, oh, like they probably think of you as like, I don't know, someone who just like ruined it for them or whatever, because that's probably what they told you, you know? At the point of whatever separation or like whatever argument or something, I think like they must have said something that was really, really rude, unnecessary. And yet you took it to heart. I mean, who wouldn't, right? Especially when you're coming towards a friend or a spouse, whomever, with like the best intentions, and they just like throw it back in your face, right? I want y'all to know, at least as per this reading here, soul fam, that they genuinely do regret it. and they're working on it. And I think that you opened up this can of worms into their selves, into especially if they're looking to like give up substances. It could again be drinking here, just because these are cups, but it could be literally anything, any form of addiction, whether this is sex addictions, whether this is any sort of substance, drugs, could be honestly social media, it could be gambling, it could be anything, right? Like nowadays you could get addicted to literally anything, even the good stuff, right? Like even overly working out can cause damage sometimes, right? Like we really have to pace ourselves in everything in life. Too much of a good thing can become bad. And them taking a step back, and I want to say at least, I can't even say thinking about it. I was going to say they're at least thinking about it, but this row here, this is like their actions here, right? Like their actions towards these realizations and these thoughts. It seems like they're really ready to combat them. Whether or not they got like a therapist, for example, I can't say that so much, but at least they're looking within and they're no longer giving in to those temptations that keep them really stuck, right? And that also opens up Pandora's box to yourself, right? Like when you're no longer running from aspects of yourself, you kind of have all of your wounds handed to you on, albeit like a silver platter. And it's taking them some additional work that, to be honest, you've played a role in them wanting to better themselves and their lives. It seems as though pile one, this sort of separation or disconnection or, you know, boundary setting, it woke them up, because losing you, I honestly want to say that it was their biggest regret. And even if, because I mean, hey, everyone is a little different. Even if they never drum up the courage to tell you, thank you, and I'm sorry, they're bettering their lives because of you. And of course, pile one, this can hurt when you have been begging and begging someone to see themselves the way that you see them, or to better themselves, or whatever it may be, okay? Like your personal things are your personal things here. Remember, this is a general reading nonetheless, but like it hurts when they're willing to, let's say, maybe give their next partner or themselves, like as soon as you leave, now you better yourself, now you wake up, now you're saving, now you're quitting all of these addictions, now you're... And you could be angry about that. Like I am sensing that with you, pile one, and with grace. Okay, they could still be a shitty person. I don't know. Y'all are entitled to your own opinions with your own personal situations. This person, from my perspective, a completely non-biased third-party perspective, they're trying. They are. And they're hoping to change something within them too, because they lack some sort of esteem and they're ready to combat it. They want to present something to you, even if it's just for themselves, but in memory of you, in honor of you. You know, I think that they really do thank you more than you know. You have inspired them more than you know. Even if the cutoff game was strong, it is because of you that they are opening up towards a happier tomorrow. I don't know how else to say it. I did hear my snaps though. So when I hear my snaps, that means the reading is over. So pile one down. Let me know if, of course, you choose to, how this resonated in the comments down below. Whew. What else can I say? Like, share, subscribe. Please join the tribe. I come at y'all with new readings every Tuesday, every Tarot Tuesday. I also have another channel, K&M Witchery, which I seldom post there. I attempt to be more consistent there, but like the videos on there take a lot more work, but nevertheless, you're more invited to be there. And I am definitely focusing more and more on creating content there as well, and being more consistent as I am on this channel. So whatever floats your boat, you are welcome to join the Soul Fam, and just know that you being here is awesome. Like, I'm really grateful for every view and every interaction, especially too. It means a lot to connect with y'all. So thank you so much, Pile 1. I'm not going to take any more of your time. If, of course, you do resonate with another pile, I do hope to see you there. Otherwise, I do hope to see you in another video, or perhaps maybe on Patreon if you're looking to take this even further. Either way, thank you. And I hope to see you again soon. Peace. Hello, what's up, what it do? Pile number 2, thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today. I do hope it is well worth your investment. We are gonna get the full vibe check on whomever it is that you are gonna get some messages from today, okay? So this can be someone you're dating, it could be a friend, a spouse, someone you're no longer in contact with, literally anyone, okay? So please use your discernment, all right? And also, I just want to put it out, I am currently traveling, so like my bad for perhaps maybe not like the best layout or like lighting and things like that, but we're gonna work with what it is that we got, okay? Because I'm just happy to be here for y'all. So do only take whatever it is that resonates. Let me know with a comment down below if, of course, you ever feel pulled. Love hearing from y'all. Like, share, subscribe, all of the YouTube-y things. And yeah, without further ado, let's get the vibe check on this person, all right? So we have, coming up first, the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Ooh, we got the Judgment card on the table with the Hermit. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing, but I did hear one night stand, so that could resonate with some of y'all, or like a situationship, an entanglement. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but yeah, that could be the case for some of y'all, especially with the Ace of Wands. This is giving me some zigzag time, okay? So, you know. The Wheel of Fortune could be some unforeseen circumstances, something really random, you know, kind of like chance meetings and things like that. If it's not romantic in that regard, although I think honestly for a lot of y'all it just might be, this Ace of Wands might have been like a really creative or like passionate pursuit with someone, okay? Maybe like the fire was like burning really hot, okay, between you and like a friend or something. Y'all like hit it off like at a just Jump Street, okay? And then, oh yeah, apparently Jump Street might have something to do with it, like the movie 21 Jump Street or 22. And then things got really tough and rough with y'all, okay? Because the Nine of Wands kind of makes this a little bit overbearing, kind of like, it's like every single time you connect with this person, it's like you're banging your head on the wall, okay? Or like, it just feels like an uphill battle, okay, I want to say. But with the Judgment card here and Hermit, it's almost like somebody ghosted here, whether you ghosted them or they ghosted you, but like it was almost like out of nowhere. Especially with this Judgment card here, you know, it's like, I think maybe someone pulled their final straw here, okay, and they're just like, I am done, I'm over it, I no longer want to deal with this, even though it was fun, it was fresh, it was potentially enlightening. Judgment comes on in here to be like, you know, it's time for change. I deserve better. Maybe there was some change, but it does seem, especially with this Hermit card here, this energy is honestly, it's giving me ghosting. It's giving me lack of, no conclusion. What's that word? Oh, ADHD, work with me, friend. Closure. It's giving lack of closure, lack of explanation, you know, or maybe there was an explanation and just like that it was done and over with, you know, like never to be heard from or seen again. Yeah, I would be very surprised if this is someone that you are in like a relationship with or in contact with. Or, I mean, it could be, and maybe they just like, they're just like, I don't know. I'm really seeing someone like push somebody away. It's just like, give me my space. Give me time to breathe. Like, is that Nickelback in my head? Just let me go. What song is that? Anyways, all right. And I just heard, what about Sunday? So it could maybe be, it doesn't necessarily have to be Sunday, but y'all could have really spent one particular day of the week together, you know, up until you just didn't. You know, something happened. I'm not really getting too much insight into what that something is, but I just heard fed up, like, or they just kind of, eesh. Okay, so these are your words, pile two, but whoever's tuning in here and feels quote unquote disposed of, it could have honestly given you kind of that feel where it's like they were here one day and just like that, you were yesterday's news, okay? This is not me saying that. I definitely never agree with such types of phrases, okay? But we're not going to discount how at least one of y'all may be feeling at this time with this particular person that we are tuning into. They could, Virgo's really coming up here for me. Could be a fire sign as well. So that is Aries, Sagittarius, and who am I leaving behind? Sorry, Leo. My bad, y'all. There's your Libra. Yep. Okay, but don't get stuck on signs, okay, if that doesn't necessarily resonate. It could also just be characteristics of these types of signs, okay? So if we're thinking especially about like fire signs, since that is very predominant here as far as like the minor arcana goes, it could be someone that was like super passionate, super enlightening even too, right? Super creative and like, I'm kind of feeling like rambunctious. Like this person couldn't really sit still and it was like, they brought in the energy. Can you feel the energy? Ooh, 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 ooh. You could have been dancing with this person too, because I'm hearing like beats. And I don't know if y'all are into that kind of vibe. I certainly am not. But I am hearing that y'all could have gone to, not a concert, but what are those things called? Oh my God, like I can't really remember a lot of words in this reading. What's up with that? I don't know. Maybe some things were kind of, maybe there were some drugs and alcohol involved or something, right? Where like maybe your memory was a little bit foggy or something. You can't remember like the specific details or, you know, something along those lines. But it could have been like a festival. That's the word I was looking for, right? Maybe you gone to like a festival together, or that's where like you met or something. Could have been in like a really hot location. So it could be summertime. Okay, that might have something to do with it. I just heard birthday. So your birthday might be in the summer. Their birthday might be in the summer. Summertime sadness. Yep, that fits. And then again, like never to be heard from or seen again. Like what's up with that? And you're sitting here going like, hello? Did that mean nothing? Let's see what else we got here. I'm not laughing at y'all's situation, by the way. I'm just laughing at myself, I guess. I don't know. What does this person have to say? Let's expose the hidden thoughts to you at this time. Ooh, all right. I'm hearing reverse. What's that about? This card really wants to come out. What else we got here? What does this person... I don't even think that they want to say these things to you, to be honest. Whatever lies behind these cards here. We're going to pull a couple more. Maybe one more. What y'all think? Whoop, there it is. All right. All right. All right, so I'm taking a break from everything so I can meditate and release my old ways of thinking. This process is not easy. Okay, so like I said, this person definitely took a step back in one form or a fashion, okay? What's really good with the Hanged Man here, any white border in this particular deck, I don't know, we'll see if there's any shadow cards here, but these are like the light cards, okay? So they have positive intentions, at least for themselves, okay? To like take a step back. Maybe they need a breather. Maybe they got to work through some stuff that you just like don't really know about. Are they into meditation? Maybe, maybe not, but you know, they just got to process whatever it is that they got to go through. Okay. So that could explain some of the perhaps maybe taking a step backness. All right. So we have the High Priestess that I wanted to flip in reverse. So I'm starting to see more clearly the lies and the masks of those around me. It's sad, but at least I can also see the gifts of our connection. No, they can't. No, they cannot. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not really sure you're too much of a thought to them right now. I know that sounds so friggin' harsh, but I think that this person is just like really up in their own business right now, that and I don't want to contribute to this, I'm going to call it a false narrative that you were like disposed or that they don't care or something. I just think that whatever it is that they're dealing with, their priorities right now are just not aligned with your needs. And I don't know if that's something that you necessarily have to take too personally here, okay? But hey, I'm just a reader on YouTube. What the hell do I know? We have our first shadow card, the Three of Swords. Yikes, my heart was already broken when we met, so every small gesture from you can trigger pain that feels 10 times worse than normal. See, this is what I'm talking about. You know, it's like you have this fiery connection. Everything is going so well, so happy. And then it felt like an uphill battle. Sometimes people don't know how to accept love and care and friendship because they always think that there's something. It's like there's like a caveat or like there's like a catch or something. Like they can't fully fathom that you can be so genuine, that you can actually accept them for who they are or something. I think that this person just genuinely got into their friggin' head, okay? They're definitely using their head more than their logic, especially with the High Priestess in reverse there. Very interesting that my intuition calls that into reverse. So perhaps maybe they're not really fully allowing themselves to see their connection between y'all as what it could truly be, okay? Because they're enraptured in their own pain, their own instability, their own thoughts and fragments, and perhaps maybe even trauma, okay? Especially if like happiness feels 10 times worse. Like, I mean, damn, every small gesture from you can trigger pain that feels 10 times worse. Like, what? Ow. Damn, we got another one. All right. I kept delaying leaving my comfort zone of bad habits, but now all has fallen apart and I'm forced to face my pain in a rough way. This came out in reverse. So I'm going to, are these all in reverse too? No. So I'm going to say that maybe their tower has not yet fallen, okay? It could, honestly, this is giving me dismissive, avoidant vibes, okay? You could resonate with pile 1, just throwing that out there. If that doesn't really ring your doorbell, what am I saying? Then don't open it. What? Great phrasing here. But okay, with the Tower card in reverse, it's almost like maybe things had already fallen apart, but they're like neglecting actually dealing with it, right? So spoiler alert, something that I did talk about in pile 1 is the aspect of karma here, okay? Which we can equate over to the Judgment card here as well, right? Like when we're not learning our lessons teach us why we should have acted differently, you know, like unless we're able to meet our issues and repeated lessons with changed behavior, we're going to be forced to replay them, okay? And it could be a different place, different face, and yet the same type of situation, right? Like how many times has that happened in your life, pile 2, where you're like, damn, like this again? You know, and maybe this person actually brought that out of you too, where another person unfortunately kind of ghosted you because they can't deal with their own shit, which is a lot of people in this world. Okay, it's so much easier to plead ignorance and not want to actually deal with the discomfort of the emotions of healing and all of that, right? Like there's obviously really positive aspects that come from doing this quote unquote work, and yet we will want to avoid the tower moment, right? Like where everything comes crashing down with all our might. Which is another reason why maybe they didn't really want to let you in here, pile 2, because if they let you in and you left them, damn, like that would be soul crushing. So sometimes it's easier to sabotage and walk away than accept a new friendship, accept a new partnership, accept a new relationship or whatever it might be. That does not mean that you were not a positive contribution, but I think because you were a positive contribution that they were like, whoa, this is quote unquote too much. Doesn't mean that you're too much. It means that they're incapable of holding the capacity that you're able to bring to the table. It's overwhelming for them. So it's not personal here, pal 2. I genuinely want y'all to understand that, okay? And that's not just me like biasly telling you this. It's genuinely what I'm feeling here, okay? Y'all might have felt really, really offended by them just dropping off the face of the earth naturally. I mean, who wouldn't, you know, especially without an explanation, or maybe a really shitty one at that. But if it feels as though like, you know, none of y'all are able to hear each other out or listen to each other. And like, again, it's kind of giving me the premise of like beating your head up against the wall, right? Where it's like, you're talking to the wall, like there's nothing there. That's being reciprocated, that's definitely being shown here. Let's see what else we got here. We got the Ace of Cups. That's cool. I feel so much unconditional love for you, the kind where I want you to be happy even if I'm not there with you. That's exactly it, right? Like, it's not that you're too much, it's that they don't feel like they're enough. Okay? And sometimes like, we sabotage really good things because we think that we're going to like mess it up, you know, and it really just does seem like this person just had to walk away because like their cup was empty. And even though you were so willing to fill it up, like they were like, I can't give that back to you, so I'm going to step back. Like you're going to be happier without me. I care about you so much that I'm going to walk away. Even if that means self-sabotaging. Now, there are cases where people can do that. Let's say, for example, sorry, I'm just going to speak about like a personal vulnerability here, but like I had broken up with best friends that I chose to walk away from because I love them, because I was like, okay, we're no longer compatible, so I don't want to fall out with you and like start to hate you and resent you and like all of this extra shit. I gotta go, you gotta go, like I wish you all the best, and even if I'm not with you, like I still have love for you. I still like, I care about you. I still like wish you the best and all of your dreams coming true, but like I can't be a part of that anymore, you know? Sometimes you walk away because you care is what I'm saying. And this person just had to walk away because I just heard insufficient. So like maybe they just felt insufficient for you. Like they weren't able to provide what you were able to bring to the table. I'm starting to appreciate how fair you have been all this time and not accepting my bad behavior despite of your warm nature. So with the Queen of Swords here coming out too, okay, they can have gone cold. And again, it's not personal. Like, I don't think that like any sort of negative thing, like it had nothing to do with you. Like I meant what I said when I pulled this High Priestess card. Like they're not thinking about you when they're in their lowest woes and they're like, oh, pile 2, I hate them and I can stand them and it's because of them and like I'm gonna think about them. Like no, because thoughts of you actually cause them to spiral even more because you're so good to them, you know? Page of Pentacles, you inspire me so much to create new projects and manifest all my desires to be able to provide for you financially. This is likely for themselves here too. Very interesting. I shuffled like crazy, but y'all really just tune into pile 1, okay? Even like the first 5 or so minutes, see if that resonates with you because it just might. It just might. But pile 2, you came into this person's life by fate. Okay, the wheel, there's like fortune and fate. Like, this connection was meant to happen. And I want to say that this disconnection was also meant to happen, because I would be thoroughly surprised if you are in full communication with this person. If not no contact, you are low contact. Like, you have completely pulled your energy back, or maybe they pulled their energy back and they're leaving you hanging some more. But like, someone definitely ghosted here. Okay, someone is playing Caspa. And they're trying to be friendly about it though too, right? Like, sometimes staying and trying to over explain yourself makes it worse. Like, I don't know why I feel like I need to overly defend this person here, but what's coming through spiritually for you to grasp here, pal 2, is it genuinely, it's not personal. It's not. And I know maybe you, pile 2, have like a savior complex, okay? And you're just like, I really want to be the one that helps you get better, or like whatever. But until someone is honestly ready to better themselves, nothing and no one, which is again why it's not so personal, pile 2, will be able to make a damn difference. So they stay distracted. But it's also because of you that, like, you know, I think that they might like think about you here and there, like not completely like you've never existed. But again, like, you're like this inspiration, like this, like, this potential, you know, but I don't think that they're ready to also see the potential that lives within themselves either right now. So very sad. I have the hiccups. And now I don't anymore. Really weird. Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit more. So again, my bad for like lighting and like whatever. I don't really care that much though. Oh, there, it's back. Okay. All right. So they can be thinking about you here and there. So maybe you get hiccups or something and you immediately think of them. Are you kidding me? Go check out Pal 1, honestly. I'm so sorry about my hiccups. I'm not gonna stop recording though. So we're just gonna have to deal. Oh, something flipped here. Sorry, I'm like holding my breath. Something flipped. Did y'all catch that? Interesting. Oh, there it is. The 6 of Swords. So we have the 9 of Swords with the 6 of Swords. I think their desire to change trumps their actions towards that change. We have the 4 of Swords. They're really up in their heads, yo. Like, the Swords energy, this is all our intellect. This is our thoughts, our premonitions, our ability or inability to relax our mind, right? To meditate, you know? Oh, what card is that? We have the Temperance card. Okay, so again, this just reiterates that it was meant to be. And honestly, there's a part of them that honestly feels as though this connection was really meant to be. And that is extra confirmed here with the Wheel of Fortune. So to be honest, although right now I am shuffling their actions, I don't really think that they're doing too much. They're just thinking a lot. They're thinking more than they're actually doing. And whatever connection y'all had, ideas, fun, okay, perhaps maybe romance, again, could have been like a one-night stand kind of a vibe too for some of y'all. But I really do think that it coming into contact with you, I saw 23 on the timer, was like a gift from heaven. So no wonder they had to push away if they see themselves as like the devil or whatever. You know, the devil card didn't come out, but it seems like they're really kind of combating a lot of their own quote unquote personal demons. Okay, so this person can be dealing with some anxieties and depression and things like that, because oftentimes people relate these types of psychological phenomenon as like the monsters and like demons and stuff in their head, but really it's just uncomfortable emotion that they're very clearly not allowing them to, the words again, why am I speechless? They're not allowing themselves to feel through whatever it is that they are needing to at this time, because they're all up in their heads. They're all up in their head. Okay. I'm hearing take from the top. So we got the Moon card in reverse. Funnily enough, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse here too. I just heard take it. So I guess we'll do that. Cool. Yeah, they're not speaking. They're not speaking. I honestly want to say that, like, unfortunately, the actions that you're really hoping that this person could take from this very basic general YouTube reading. Of course, if you want something precise and concise, check out knmwitchery.com, okay, where I can definitely pull some specific energies for whoever it is, yourself and this person. But they're not doing anything. They're not going to say anything to you about it. I don't even think that they're going through like the motions and the phases of healing like the moon requires us to do, right? Especially when it comes to our emotional body and our emotional self, right? Like they're not tapped into themselves. They're all up in their heads. Maybe they're really intellectualizing it and they're just like, well, just trying to understand their emotions and their reactions and things like that. But the thing is though, is emotions are meant to be expressed, you know. It's not something that you can think your way through. You got to feel it, right? And straight up, pile 2, they're just not taking this advice. Maybe it's something that you had said to them or something, but even with the Ace of Swords in reverse, this silence persists, okay? So unfortunately, as per this reading, I'm genuinely not sensing, pile 2, that they're going to be reaching out to you anytime soon. Perhaps maybe you should yourself seize any sort of communication, just because sometimes, like, even though we mean well, right? Sometimes checking in on people and like just communicating them or reaching out to them actually causes them to like push back even more, right? So what I'm saying here, pile 2, is maybe just continue to give them space. Scare the shit out of me. Someone in the hallway, because they're not ready to receive. And that way, when you least expect it, kind of like I had with this store, whatever, they're just going to come right back in. And then it'll be up to you, pile 2, whether or not you're going to accept this conversation, this communication, this connection. You know, that part's free will, baby. Just like they got the free will to do or not do the quote unquote work, you can choose to communicate or not communicate. What is that, a banshee? Like, what's happening? There's all these noises and shit going on. But nevertheless, I did hear my snaps here, pile 2. So I don't hope that this resonated, but just for the sake of my job, I do hope that you had received at least some of the clarity that you were hoping to receive and some insight. And again, I think like the greatest caveat, if you were to take anything from this reading, pile 2, is for me to reiterate, like it was never personal, babes. It just wasn't personal. Okay, but you were still inspirational, and this connection, however it may have happened, was meant to happen. And I know sometimes that doesn't make sense, because you're like, well, if it was meant to be, then why aren't we like together? Why aren't we like frolicking and like having fun? And like, well, dang, because you're not meant to right now, babes, okay? So yeah, please like, subscribe, do all of the YouTube-y things. Check me out on Patreon if you feel like it as well. I got another channel, KNM Witchery, which I'm going to be working more and more towards being more consistent on there. The videos that I post there just take like 5 ever to edit, so I'll do my best with that to be more consistent as I am here. But otherwise, I do hope that you join the Soul Fam, because I'm coming at y'all every Tuesday on this channel at the very least. So yeah, if I don't see y'all in another pile, I do hope to see you in another reading. Thank you again so much for being here, pile 2. All the best to you. All right, peace. Hello, what it do? Pile number 3. Thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today. I do hope it is well worth your time and investment. We're going to be diving into the vibe check, okay? So we're going to see who these messages are even from, okay? This could be someone you're dating, it could be a friend, it could be a spouse, it could be someone that you're no longer in contact with. All I ask is for y'all to keep an open mind and receive whatever is meant for you at this time, okay? If at any point you do resonate, I would really highly appreciate you to like, subscribe, comment, especially just because I love hearing from y'all and learning about all your resonances, and share this along for anyone else who you think that it might entertain for a little bit, all right? So take only what resonates. Let's see who this person is. First, we have the Knight of Swords. We also have the Death card, okay? Also, because I said this in the other piles too, my bad for the not greatest lighting and setup. I am currently traveling, so it is what it is. We're gonna work with what we got. And this ain't too bad, but you know, it's a little different than what I got back at home. So we have the 5 of Wands, King of Wands, and the 7 of Coins. Okay. Channeling into this energy, I'm gonna say this. This could be someone that you wanted, maybe to turn a new leaf with, but you just got fed the heck up, okay? Could be someone that y'all got into like a verbal spat with and are no longer in contact with at all, okay? I'm definitely noting that with the 5 of Wands, Knight of Swords energy. King of Wands energy could also be quite sharp. And all too, with the Death card here, death is a transmutation of energy, right? So what once was no longer is, because it's now turned into something else. That something else could literally be history. Or again, because for some of y'all tuning in, this could be someone that maybe you're not much in contact with or at all, but like for some reason you're being pulled to this person's energy. I mean, that's why they came into your consciousness right now, right? So it seems like maybe this is something that maybe this person really wants to rework on this relationship or something too, okay? Especially with the 7 of Coins energy. It's like someone wants to really start planting the seeds and really working through whatever didn't work. Or maybe this is your ego kind of convincing you, hey, we can go back to this person perhaps. And you might be confused when I said ego. And well, our ego likes to keep us safe. And the way that it does that is by turning towards patterns that it can recognize, okay? Even if those patterns can be quite toxic, like perhaps maybe a substance that you could be addicted to, right? There's a reason why we keep turning to it, because that's our only sense of control. And so there might be a little bit of like an addiction towards this relationship, either you to them or them to you, or maybe perhaps there's a little bit of like a trauma bond in here. Okay, trauma bonds take 2, right? It could be some sort of dependency here as well that I'm sensing that someone still pushed back from, okay? And again, being codependent takes 2. It's not just one being super attracted and needing the other person, but it's the other person also wanting to be needed. But something got cut in this connection. And with the 5 of Wands energy here, like what shifted and what changed, 5 signifies change in numerology. There's probably like a verbal spat, a battle of egos, right? This is what it is that I want. These are my conditions. And if they are not met, I'm out. And someone must have left, okay? The King of Wands energy here too, it must have been really sharp, straight down to the point, right? Like, I think that one or both of y'all hit some sort of a mark that crossed a boundary like no tomorrow. But I am curious here with this 7 of Coins energy, because again, it's like someone's kind of wants to restart and redo, you know? It's kind of giving The Notebook, you know, quite a toxic relationship. I love the movie. I cry every single time. The ending gets me. Are you kidding me? Every single time. But it's one of those things where fighting and arguing kind of molds the relationship, you know? And no matter how good it is, because I definitely sense that there is a reason that there is an attraction and a pull to this person, right? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. You can get into verbal spats with anybody, you know? This could be a best friend that you just like to argue with and shit. Like, maybe y'all bump heads a lot because you're opposite but the same or something, right? So again, take this connection as it is that it resonates with y'all, but one or both of you just might be curious about like, well, maybe this time it could be different, or like, we're gonna say and we're gonna yell and then tomorrow we're gonna wake up as if like nothing ever happened, right? Like, it's like we're just gonna keep continuing this, and thus the cycle continues, right? The Knight of Swords energy here too, definitely someone, both of y'all perhaps maybe was quick-witted, right? Like these two energies with the Five of Wands, it does definitely show me, energetically at least, that something was said. For some of y'all, maybe it got a little bit more physical. Maybe one of y'all kind of pushed the other's buttons a little bit too far. Hopefully this never means any sort of dangerous situations and violence, in which case that is not at all something that I would ever recommend y'all get back into, especially if you got yourself out, okay? So that is not what we're going to channel into today. And if you are in these types of situations, with all due respect, the answer is no, please, no. Like, keep it moving, babes. Like, you deserve better, healthier for the both of y'all, okay? But that caveat aside, something about July that might also be of importance. For some reason, I'm getting water signs. I know there's no cups out here, but I am feeling Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy out here. So let me know if that resonates. Let's zoom out, pull this up, and let's expose their thoughts, right? Like, what is it that they would tell you? If maybe not, I don't know. We'll see when we get to the action portion here. But I started new routines to make sure I achieve all my goals, to be loyal, responsible, someone you can depend on. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really think that this is for you. I think that they're working on their own responsibilities and own balancing without you. For some reason, I don't know. I think this person just kind of carried on with their lives, but let's see what else we got. I feel safer in groups of friends, colleagues, or with family, having light conversations, drinking, or partying. Yeah, so there's definitely some avoidance tendencies here too, right? Interesting that the Three of Cups is more of a shadow card. I'm saying shadow because of the black border. The white border are like light messages, right? So it seems like this person kind of wants to drown their woes a little bit more. When it comes to you, they'd rather just focus on achieving their own goals and then party hardy, you know? Don't mind all of like the spelling errors and such. This deck was really not edited. I could tell. I get very triggered when you have different views than me, and I take everything too personally, getting easily offended. The Five of Wands comes out again, okay? So again, differences of opinion, same but different. There's some sort of pull that brought y'all in, but yeah, I don't know. So someone really just wanted to walk the heck away from you. I got two more cards on the table, and then this one here too, that came out in reverse. I'm afraid to show you off because I feel you're out of my league and others will make fun of me or try to steal you from me. We also have you trigger wounds from my past that I haven't let go of yet. I can't stop focusing on my mistakes and feeling regret. We have the Fool card. It came out in reverse, but we'll read it upright. I'm ready to take a leap of faith and jump into the unknown. For the first time in my life, I allow myself to have faith and trust God. And yet again, the Fool card came out in reverse. So I'm not sure Perhaps maybe it's just your curiosity that kind of brought you in here. So, you know, we're going to call a spade out here. Okay, you're allowed to be curious. You're allowed to maybe crave somebody's attention and the good stuff, okay? Because what I can feel from you, pile 3, is your ability to see the good in people. You know, it's like you might be really quick to forgive. Never forget. I don't think y'all forgot, but it does feel as though perhaps you might be too lenient of specific types of behaviors because you choose to see the good. It's almost like you know why somebody might act out of character, for example, or they might blow up on y'all, right? Like, you know why. It's because this person lost their job and they're very angry, or maybe they were brought up a specific way, right? And you're like, well, it's not their fault that they're like, you know, unable to actually function properly, respectfully, when I say that as far as an emotional stability goes, right? I don't know here. It seems like this person's really avoidant. Is this person sorry? I just heard no. Yikes. And yet the both of y'all really reconnect a lot. The connection I have with you is so deep and profound on all possible levels. Sexual, spiritual, emotional, and intellectual. This card also really wanted to come out. My heart was already broken when we met, so every small gesture from you can trigger pain that feels 10 times worse than normal, right? You may or may not resonate with another pile, okay? I don't know if it's going to necessarily be about this person, but it can touch on some similarities there, okay? Let's zoom out slightly. So, I don't know why, but like immediately my own energy is like just repulsive, okay? Like I definitely just want to like push this energy away. So perhaps maybe as much as your curiosity may flutter about this particular person and like has-beens and could-be's, there is definitely some sort of a profound connection and why you might want to choose each other, right? Like the Lover's card is really ultimately about a choice. But is the choice always the right one, right? Like maybe the choice is in fact to honor what is now dead and gone. I got is it T.I.? The old me is dead and gone, dead and gone. Timbaland? I don't know, Timbaland or some shit? Sorry, man. I don't know, it was like an old school song that just popped into my head there. There's a lot of triggering that's happening here. When it comes to I'm afraid to show you off, it could honestly be that like this person might be a little bit too embarrassed to bring you back into their life, not because it's a you problem, pile 3, but because maybe there's some third parties or something here that they maybe have told some things about you. Maybe a lot of people around them are also kind of fed up of y'all like arguing and like pushing each other's buttons and triggers all the time, you know? That to bring you around again, people are gonna be like, oh, like this again? Like we already know that this isn't gonna work out. Like there's some sort of like built up remorse from not only you two, but like the people around you. So like, correct me if I'm wrong, pile 3, but maybe even the people around you are like, yo, pile 3, like, are you good? Like, you know, you should not go back to this person because something doesn't work. Something's not really fitting. Like the connection could be really, really great, but if there isn't respect, if there isn't like true companionship and compromise and communication that is actually healthy, which right here I'm not really sensing that being the case. There's certain things that sometimes you or they or whomever people say that like you can't really take back, you know, at least not without the most appropriate action and changed behavior. And I'm going to tell y'all this, pile 3, because I'm not just going to give y'all what it is that you think you want to hear, okay? I'm a very honest reader, so again, only take what resonates and applies. But this person is not ready to honor and like quote unquote fix what may have been broken. Okay, this person's still a runner if you resonate with that type of terminology. No, I'm not just talking about twin flames. And by the way, if this is your twin flame, just know that your twin flame would never actively go out of their way to like hurt you to the point of like no return. Okay, they may shut things down. They may hurt you intentionally to have you back away, but never so much so that would actually like scorn you, if you will, or like abuse you. Okay, there's toxic, and then there's like just unrepairable. I don't know, but Spirit's kind of drawing a line in the sand here between y'all, if I can be totally honest. But let's in fact stop with these thoughts for a hot second. We will definitely bring it all together, because now I'm curious about what actions they may or may not be taking. Boom. All right. Well, we have the King of Cups. I just heard it in reverse, so we're going to do that. I'm an intuitive reader for anyone who is new here. Also in reverse. Yes. All right. So we have the High Priestess in reverse. We have the King of Cups in reverse. Boom. We have Judgment on the table. Upright. I heard yes. Okay. This person may honestly be very highly intuitive, but may not always use it to their best advantage, the goodness of all, you know? That doesn't mean that they don't have the potential within them to be a really good person, to be kind, to use their intuition and empathic natures in a way that could actually like progress humanity or connections and things like that. It just seems that they can sense things, but they either lack the appropriate interpretation, but because they're obviously running from something from themselves too, right? Like if you're constantly running away from the triggers that people kind of bestow upon you and you're not healing that, then you're forever going to be triggered, right? Like you're not actually utilizing the potential of your intuition and this insight and awareness to the highest advantage. Instead, you are using it to perhaps maybe emotionally manipulate people. One of y'all or more of y'all may think that this person is a narcissist, okay? Be wary with those types of labels and things like that, okay? I know a lot of people really like to throw some words around, but like only a acclaimed and certified psychologist or whatever could actually diagnose someone as a narcissist, okay? But that doesn't mean that they don't have narcissistic tendencies. Maybe they could only honestly see from their perspective because they're not open to anybody else's, right? They're constantly triggered by certain aspects that you might have brought out of them, right? It's kind of like the fight between good and evil is kind of what I'm sensing here. And I'm not calling any one of y'all good or evil, okay? We're human at the end of the day, but sometimes we really like yell at the people that we love for them to like fix something up. Like for example, like a parent-child relationship, right? Like sometimes the parent has to raise their voice, has to really drop a boundary, ground the child, but it's not because they dislike them or they hate them. It's because they love them so much that they want to teach them a lesson so that they can better their behavior going forward, right? But when two adults are going at this, it can have even different types of consequences because it's almost like, you know, like who do you think you are? Like I just heard like you're not my mama, you're not my dad, you're not my dad. Sorry, that meme just came into mind. What's this card? Wow. Okay, so we have the Four of Coins here with good old Death coming out here. This is the After Tarot for whoever was curious about that. I typically list all of the decks I use in my readings down below if you're ever curious, but it seems like this person was way too stubborn to change, right? And so good old death came around, boom, to kind of sever the ties and cut it out. We have the Five of Wands coming out again. Bam! This person's way too stubborn. I don't know whoever needed this confirmation, but if you did need one, this person has not really changed much. If anything, they actually, I don't really necessarily want to say that they got worse, but I think that they're quite argumentative with a lot of people, right? If it's not you, it's somebody else. Now I have the Empress card that also wanted to come out here. So they do definitely have the potential to want to be a gracious and empathic person, someone that people can depend on. And yet, with everything else piling on in here, it's kind of giving me wolf in sheep's clothing, if I can be completely honest with you. This is a very interesting type of energy that I'm pulling in right now. Not sure if I'm a fan personally, but hey, it is what it is. I also have, this is the final card that we're going to pull for y'all today. We have the Eight of Cups on here, okay? So as depicted in this particular card, hopefully the lighting and you can see this well enough. Here, someone walked away, okay? And someone else is kind of like taking over whatever this person built and left behind. This person is now kind of taking ownership of, if you will. You know, this could have been someone that you really built something with, right? It could be finances, it could be a life. I mean, these are all cups, so it could just be like a friendship, something that maybe you tried to teach them. Maybe you are a very spiritual and empathic individual, and this person took the lessons that you attempted to teach or bestow upon this person, and they ran with it, right? Hence the Empress card here, right? It's like they have this intention to be a good person, and yet without them actually managing their wounding, they're unable to actually get to those depths and, first of all, treat themselves with more respect in order to then reflect it onto each and every single person that they come across, right? I mean, of course, with boundaries. This person is one that really loves to battle it out. Okay, now the After Tarot, it shows like the next kind of, I guess, snapshot of what the previous original tarot deck spoke about, right? So everyone here is exhausted and only one person stands. So you can sit here and say, okay, maybe they've learned a little bit more about compromise, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it seems that this person probably just burns themselves out and is exhausted even from like their own shit, to be honest. It's like, maybe there's some sort of an aha moment that this person gets, especially with Judgment on the table here too, right? It could very well be that karma keeps trying to teach them a lesson over and over and over again, and yet they're stubborn. And so people, places, things, work, right? Like any sort of really great connections that they could have get squandered, get pushed aside, pushed away. And it's all because of a lack of accountability that this person has. Like, I wish I could honestly talk more about, I don't know, some like positive aspects here, but at least from your perspective and from whatever it is that y'all need to know right now, pile 3, this person is not who it is that you wish that they could be right now. Or again, it could just be the potential that you see in them is definitely there, but the lack of emotional intelligence simply is not. Right? There's so many shadow cards that came out here. They're afraid of showing you off, of getting close to you. They get triggered if you oppose any sort of opinion. They cannot let go of their own mistakes in life. They want to drink it all up. Instead, right? Let's focus on work. Let's focus on our goals. Let's look on the outside like everything is fine, dandy, beautiful, and magical. And yet on the inside, or when, I don't even know if they allow people to get fully close to them because they can't get close to themselves. Like, damn. There may be some awareness here of their own faults and thus their triggers and their reactions, and yet, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't think that they're taking the most appropriate measures. They may say they are, they may think they are, but they're not. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but like, we all know someone, well, especially if you're still here and tuning in, that says they're changing and they're doing all of this stuff, but like, anyone can go to therapy and lie. You know, anyone could go to community service and fake their hours. Anyone can call themselves a good person and yet consistently make poor decisions and treat people unjustly, right? Like, it's kind of like what it is that they say and how they act and what they do obviously just has them bumping heads with almost everybody. And they might reel people in with their really good charisma and all of that, and yet they are stubborn. They need healing. This isn't, by the way, me judging, okay? I've been here before. I've been this person at one point in my life where I was like, nope, you can't tell me nothing, until judgment came around and I learned. I got humbled, okay? I'm just showing this off because like we're all human. I don't mind expressing who and what I used to be, right? Like, we all have this opportunity to change. Right now, at the point of me tuning in, of course, this is a general reading on YouTube, so what the heck do I know? I'm just a girl with a camera and some cards, okay? So if it doesn't resonate with y'all, you would have clicked off a long time ago, but I just don't want to hear the sound off like, you don't even know this person. You're right, I don't. But if you do want something precise and concise, check out knmwitchery.com. That is where it is that you can book with me and we can really dive in, okay? But as of right now, Pal 3, I think y'all just needed a confirmation. Some sort of, you know, curiosity given, I guess. Like, I don't know. You uncovered that this person is still the same that you left them as. Let's just pretend that that sentence was grammatically correct, okay? You could be really curious about starting things off. They might be really curious about connecting with you again, especially because, again, I'm not gonna ignore this energy right here, right? With the Lover's card. Like, y'all have chosen each other once upon a time, maybe twice, thrice, maybe 10 friggin' times. Maybe you just kept repeating the cycle over and over and over again until you just couldn't do it anymore. But there's still a part of you and a part of them that wonders, well, maybe we can reconnect again. I would say, personally and respectfully, Pile 3, unless they come at you with changed behavior and like keep it consistent, not just on the outside of how it is that they want to be perceived by you, but like really truly turn this King of Cups in the upright, the High Priestess in the upright, right? Like we're moving all of this in, well, maybe that kind of just messes things up. We're just gonna, boom, okay? Like any sort of like negativity out here, any sort of inability to actually accept any form of advice or feedback that may not necessarily be desired, but still, you know, accepted as a means of friendship and courtesy, right? Like sometimes we want to tell someone that they got to change because we love them and because we want to keep them in our lives, but there's a reason why they're not in your life anymore, okay? Or at least so I'm picking up. I heard my snaps here, so Pile 3, damn, like hopefully you got what it is that you needed out of this reading. I really do hope that things could change if, of course, you're even interested in that. I think a lot of y'all are like, nope, got what I needed. No, thank you. I'm just going to move on and do your thing. Cool. I honestly think that would be the best way about it, to be honest. So let bygones be bygones, I guess, again, until they're met with some healing and changed behavior, because I do think that the cycle will just continue to repeat for the both of y'all, and that's not fair to anyone. So let me know with a comment down below if of course you feel like it. Like, subscribe, comment, do all of the YouTubey things. It really helps me out and pushes these readings on to more and more people. And again, knmwitchery.com if you want something precise and concise. I also have a Patreon if you want some more collective insight on a weekly basis and all of that. You can join there. Otherwise, I do hope to see you in another video, if not even another pile. Let me know, all right? But that's it for me. Thanks so much, Pile 3. Peace. Hello, what's up? What it do? Pile number 4. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope that it is well worth your investment and your time. Let me know with a comment, like, whatever down below. I just love hearing from you guys every single time there's some sort of like resonances. I'm very curious how these very general YouTube readings apply to y'all, okay? So that being said, only take what does apply to you and leave the rest for another. We're going to be diving into the vibe of this connection of this person, okay? So you can at least confirm that you know who this reading could be about, all right? This could be someone that you're dating, a friend, a spouse, someone you're no longer in contact with, literally anybody, okay? So we're going to see, we'll channel in their energies, then we're going to talk about their thoughts, what it is that they could say to you, what they're thinking about you, you know, higher perspective stuff that they're really hiding from you, and then we'll dive into any actions, if any at all, that they're taking about this connection, all right? So without further ado, oh, well, that's a shitty start. Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords. We have the World card. Ooh, the Ace of Coins. We have the Emperor. And we have the 10 of Cups. This person, firstly, my bad for like lighting and whatever. I am currently traveling, so we're gonna work with what it is that we got, okay? It's not too bad, but still, I've said it in every pile. I'm gonna say it in this one too. This could be someone that is currently at distance to you. It could be someone that you used to work with and or are kind of thinking about wanting to work things with. I just heard Work It Out. Oh my God, who is that by? Is it J. Cole? The song Work It Out came into my head. It's a hip hop song. I think it's J. Cole. I could be wrong. We have the 10 of Cups here as well. So this could be someone that you are in a relationship with, or perhaps maybe were if you are in a relationship with them or married to them, etc., which could definitely be the case here, minus the distance, obviously, or maybe you are in distance. There's some sort of heartache that y'all are working with, right? Like the heart and the minds right now, they are not exactly fully aligned. I saw 222 on my timer out here. So this could in fact be a really strong relationship that's going through a little bit of a heartache right now, like a rough patch, if you will. Could be an ex that you miss or that misses you, okay? And I honestly, if this is some sort of like separation, it could be someone that you're both probably thinking about each other, about maybe living together. I'm really sensing that here with the Emperor energy, someone that you want to travel with, someone that you want to invest more time and energy with, right? Like go the mile. And like the fact that there are steps in both of these cards right here, it's like you want to take it to the next level. You want to grow. You want to, well, build, right? And yet there's some sort of heartache here. So we'll definitely be diving into more of like any thoughts and stuff that will probably seal the deal on any of my own personal curiosities here as a reader here tuning into y'all energies. I'm hearing Libra, I'm hearing Capricorn, I'm hearing Taurus, I'm hearing Pisces, I'm hearing Scorpio, I'm hearing Aries, and I'm hearing Sagittarius. Okay, take only what resonates. Oh, I heard Cancer too. Take only what resonates. I don't get stuck on signs. So, you know, I'm just sharing what it is that I got. It could also be like the time frame. I heard March. There's something significant. Oh, my nail started itching. So maybe there's some sort of resonance here on the month of March between you and this person. Let me know. Who's in March? Aries and Pisces. Yeah. So, I don't know. Let me know. Is it Aries and Pisces? Did I just make that up? I think I'm right? I don't know. Anyways, moving right along. I'm not an astrologer, can you tell? Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing work it out, and like this person just really wants to like build with you or you with them, okay? So if that resonates so far, cool, stick around. Let's find out a little bit more, okay? I think that like this person and you have a very, I want to hear like unspoken bond that like genuinely like screams volumes. I don't know. I'm curious about this connection here. So what does this person think of my pile for soul fam, please? What messages? I heard no, but I heard this, yes. Oh, damn. I'm afraid to show you off because I feel you're out of my league and others will make fun of me or try to steal you from me. Okay, so there is this like fear of loss, I want to say, with you, you know, where it's like, aw, okay. The way that I'm sensing this energy coming out, different. This card came out a lot actually throughout this pick a card, but this person, either you or them, okay, because I don't know, one of y'all or maybe both of y'all in a certain way lack the self-esteem to actually like commit. They don't want to lose you. It's not necessarily about showing you off that they're most afraid of, but about other people perceiving them as not being good enough for you. You know, and they're like, well, you know, don't worry about pile 4. Like they're all this and this and this, and like choose me instead. Like I'm the better man, I'm the better woman. Like, you know, like there might be some sort of, I don't know, like weird competition maybe for your attention or for their attention. Take this as it resonates here, pile 4. But notice like the make fun of me, right? It's like this person maybe feels as though they wouldn't be fully accepted by the people that are around you, or maybe just by the public in general. This could be, I don't know, maybe like a physical ailment or something, right? Like maybe they don't feel very beautiful or something, and they're afraid that since you're so amazing in their eyes, that they're not going to be compatible with you, right? Like I'm not calling this a fact or anything. I'm just pulling out a lot of like lack of self-esteem here. So that 3 of Swords energy might honestly be part of that. It's sensing like kind of like an insufficiency here, you know? This card really wanted to come out. So you bring out the best in me, making me feel like a leader, deciding what I want and taking action with passion and determination. And yet they really do want you, you know? They might honestly put you up on such a pedestal, pile 4, that they're undermining their own magnificence. Okay? Because these cards here, like this is beautiful, I gotta say. Especially compared to like pile 3, like respectfully, I don't know if maybe y'all came from here, like y'all already know like the contrast between these 2 piles is real. But this person is like sensing some sort of misalignment. I think that they've got you on a pedestal, okay? You have awakened in me a hot flame of passion to follow my soul and my true life path. My soul and body wants you. Beautiful with that Ace of Wands energy. I'm gonna say this, like they're really craving you. They're really appreciating you. They know what it is that you've got to offer them. I just honestly, I keep wanting to reiterate because it keeps coming out here intuitively that this person doesn't feel that they can give to you what they believe you are capable of giving to them. It's kind of sad. I heard bottom. What's this? Whoa, okay. The Chariot. I'm no longer passive when it comes to our connection. I'm determined to make solid actions, or to take solid action, excuse me, to make it stronger and long lasting. This, we're going to deep dive a little bit more when we pull on their actions here, okay, to see what exactly it is that they're doing. We do have, I'm planning how to turn this passion I have for you into something practical. I want the best approach in taking action. So this person is really working diligently, my friends, into being the best that they can be for you. I think that you're kind of like their muse, you're their inspiration, and yet there's still this heartache here on the left side of our reading here. Okay, so this could be unconscious, it could be very, I don't really want to call it intuitive, because our intuition, that's more ego. Our ego kind of builds us down. Words. I wanted to say builds us up, but like that's kind of the opposite. I didn't follow my own inner guidance, and now I feel stuck in the mud. It's hard to see a way out when everyone says this is normal. So again, maybe I just heard class. So maybe this has something to do with finances. Like maybe someone, I don't know, very cliche example here that's coming to mind, but there could literally be like a class difference. Maybe one person is like super rich and the other person is super not so rich. You know, it's giving Titanic, right? Like Rose is this beautiful, rich, everyone wants to give to her. I mean, she's got like the, what's that? The heart of the ocean kind of diamond on her, right? And then here you are without even 2 pennies to rub together, Mr. Leonardo, right? Like, and yet there's still so much love there. Like there's true, well, for like a couple of nights that they've known each other, but like there's a real true connection there, right? Like they feel the balancing, they feel that connection. It's not about finances, it's not about class. It's even Rose was like, oh, I'll get off with you. I want to do this with you. 11:11 on my timer. Okay, so this is like a really faded connection. I want to say that like Spirit really tries to like push y'all together and maybe push the both of you, okay, because I can't just put this all on this person, to better themselves for each other. But I'm really curious too, like what's this practical approach in taking action? I just really think that this person desires you so much here, Power 4, that they don't want to mess it up. Like they only got one shot. I got Eminem in my head now. So what's with y'all in like movies and songs and stuff? I don't know. I am practical and a very good investor. If there is anything you need in the material world, you can count on me. Okay, so like I said, this could have something to do with finances here. And yet it's very interesting that like this person believes that they're a really good fit for you and y'all can like build an empire. Like I'm hearing like power couple here. If not necessarily romantic, although honestly I am really feeling a lot of romance in this deck, and my nose started itching on that. For those of y'all who are new and you're like, why are you telling me about my nose itching? My accuracy tends to go up, so this is Spirit's way of saying, hey, at least one person resonated with that, okay? So for the most of y'all tuning into, I want to say like maybe 90% of y'all into pile 4, this is a romantic connection, like some sort of like soulmate, like, ooh, deep desires. Maybe if you guys resonate with things like twin flames, I don't really want to get stuck on too many labels like that because it's beyond the point. Point is that there is this really deep urgency here. The number 7 is really standing out to me considering there's no other numbers here up top. So the date of the 7th might have something to do with it. Maybe July has something to do with it too. That's Cancer season, is it not? And something else, maybe Taurus. I don't know. Oh my goodness, if only I knew what it is with astrology and me. We have one more card here that I was told to pull. We're going to ignore that card there. I have decided I want to pursue you and nothing is going to stop me. Expect soon a lot of action from my part, okay? So this is yet another confirmation that this person is taking action, okay? So now let's expand expose what those actions really are, if any, okay? Because they might be thinking about taking action. I could be thinking about it. I ain't gonna do it. I'm just thinking about it, girl. You know, let's see. Whew. All right, we have the Magician. Ooh, wow, wow, wow. This is a really beautiful start. So they really are truly manifesting, and they're using what it is that they do have to get closer to you, okay? Some of y'all may feel as though you're being manipulated perhaps, but believe me, well, do or don't. From my perspective on this reading, they're not trying to manipulate you at all. In fact, they're actually trying to approach this correctly so you never feel as though they're trying to manipulate you or like buy you or like whatever, right? Like they want you to choose them just like they're choosing you. And thus they want to come at this all correctly. Stop it. We have the Emperor coming out again. So this person's really building themselves up. And I just heard it's for you, but also like for themselves too. I think that if I were to take a whack at it, this person is very well aware of perhaps maybe their quote unquote insufficiencies or the parts of themselves that they need to work on. Again, a massive contrast from a different pile. We have the Two of Cups coming out on the table here as well. This person wants to build with you. They want some sort of a connection and union, okay? So if there is like some sort of separation between y'all, especially in distance, like they cannot wait to like hold you. And I feel like if this person had the opportunity to hug you again, they will never let go. Damn. Okay, we got the Three of Swords again, but notice how in this deck, we're now mending our heart. We took out the swords and we're healing. They might honestly be crying a lot for you in secret. Yep, we got the Tower card in there. So things are falling apart in their life. Probably by choice, because yes, you can choose. The Tower card. We have the World card coming out again. Are you kidding me? With the Wheel of Fortune. Damn. This is really beautiful, if I may say so myself. You can choose the Tower card yourself, okay? To open up to some sort of a destruction, to breaking down. I just heard losing weight. Maybe they're hitting the gym, okay? And they're dropping the pounds in order to rebuild themselves more positively so that they feel confident in their skin. And this could be perhaps maybe even going back to school, for example, right? Like they want to better themselves for you, to be a support for you in any which way, to compliment you, to build up on you, to travel with you, to allow a quote unquote new day to begin. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I think that's how the song goes. I don't know. Wheel of Fortune. I honestly think that this person is like manifesting any sort of chance that they could possibly get for you. And the actions that they're taking is on themselves, is on their healing. I think they're manifesting so much about like they're daydreaming about being with you. How for? Damn. Like this person is hung up on you. And I mean, hey, it seems as though some sort of connection is going to soon happen. So I guess it's just a matter of time. It could maybe have something to do with the month of July for you. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but hey. I think that this person wants you to think of them when you're sad so that they can build you back up or something, you know? Not to say that like they wish for you to be sad at all, but like they want to be your rock. They want to be your sustenance, I'm hearing, right? Like they want to give to you. They want you to be happy. Like they want to nurture you. They want to love you. They want to build for you, right? Like with the Emperor coming out here twice. I mean, what's really good about these connections with the World coming out again. What else do we have? Any other repeats? Oh, right. We got the Three of Swords. The way that this person is on the outside is who it is that they are on the inside there too, right? Like they're very authentic, or so they're working hard to be authentic. So you never question their motives for you. I think that this person's intentions towards you are very good. So whether you are in communication with them or not, whatever troubles it is that y'all are going through, just know that this person's intentions for you are pure. They really do want to build for you. They really do want some closeness. They want that balance with you, right? Like they want to compliment you. They're manifesting and doing what it is that they can to heal, even if that means initiating those tower moments, right? Which a lot of people don't want those tower moments to happen, right? Like for you to face your storms and stand in it bravely and courageously in order to conquer it and allow yourself to heal, to rebuild, to make something better, like that takes a lot of stamina. That takes a lot of will. And most people are unwilling to do that. And yet there's something about you that makes them want to lead, that makes them want to take action, that makes them want to follow their soul and their heart. Like they want you. Mind, body, and soul. They're planning practically how to honor you, how to cherish you. And yet they're doing so very slowly. Okay, like they're, I was just checking here. We got a lot of kings, okay? We got the King of Pentacles, we got the King of Wands, we got the Emperor, who's the King of all kings. What else we got? No other kings. Oh, we got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so sooner than later, like real quick, communication is going to come in, but for some reason, oh, well, the Chariot is also really quick moving, but I think that they're at the same time, what may look really quick on the outside, like they really thought of very diligently behind the scenes. So it only feels quick. It almost feels too good to be true. And why things are working out so well, it's because in you, they kind of found their person, their other half, like the part of them. Oh, I hate that statement, like the other half, because it almost kind of paints the illusion that you're incomplete. But hey, I'm not going to judge this person's thoughts. Okay, maybe they feel incomplete without you, and they want you to know that even though it may seem too good to be true, like they're ready, like they're in this for you, like this is a proclamation of true love. Like they want to show you that you can again depend on them. Like they want to be your rock. They want to be not even just your rock. They want to be like your soft spot, right? Like the cool side of the pillow. Like they want you to be so comfortable. And what I'm sensing here is they really accept you, all of you. Any sort of vulnerabilities, any sort of your own like esteem issues that you might have, like they love you. Like they actually want to like heal themselves so that they can help heal you, I guess, in a way. I mean, no one is ever responsible for healing another person, but they want to help you through it, right? Like they want to be right for you. And I think that is why, if there is like a lack of action here and you're like, okay, Kat, like you keep telling me that it's going to be quick, but yet like nothing's happening. True. And once it does start, like don't expect it to stop. Like they want to come right. And that's probably why it hasn't been initiated or starting up just yet. Because if they start too soon and they're not fully ready, they don't have all of this full preparation and whatever it is that they're building and rebalancing in for themselves. If they don't have that in check yet, they know that you just might walk away. And that to them would be the greatest tower moment of them all, one that they may not really be able to rebuild from. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, Pow 4, I ain't gonna hold you. I heard my snaps. When I hear my snaps, that's Spirit's way of saying you are done. So this is a lot shorter, well, a lot, like by several minutes here, shorter than the other piles. But I do hope that you got the confirmations that you needed, okay? Because I'm not going to keep repeating the same messages over and over again. I think this person knows what they want. They want you. They're ready when they will be ready. And so get ready, Pile 4. What can I say? There's nothing else I could say, all right? So thank you so much for tuning in. I genuinely hope, again, that you received whatever it is that you needed out of this confirmation and this message here today. If you want something precise and concise to you, knmwitchery.com is where it is that you can book with me. Otherwise, I do hope to see you in another pile or in another video. So please share this along, subscribe, join the Soul Fam tribe. I hit y'all up every Tuesday as much as possible with new readings. I also have another channel, by the way, K&M Witchery, which I'm not as consistent on in there because like editing takes forever, but I am really working on it behind the scenes to really, you know, kind of hit the ground running for y'all there too. So if you are interested and you want to spend some more time with me and I don't know, just something a little bit fun. We don't always talk about spirituality. Sometimes we watch a spooky movie, you know, so like you got the invitation. It's yours to accept or deny. That's up to y'all, but either way, you are absolutely welcome. So if there's anything else that I am able to offer y'all, do let me know. And I wish y'all the best in this connection, because honestly, I think it's really beautiful, if I can say so myself. I think that this person's intentions for you are really good. I just don't know that they have the best way of showing it unless they feel and they can build up their own confidence to proclaim it even more, okay? So I guess the only advice that I can give y'all here, Pile 4, is just to have a little bit more patience. That's all right? Love you so much. Thanks again, Pile 4. Peace.